Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Redeemables podcast, where we take movies that scored 50 or below on Metacritic and decide whether to redeem them or nail them to the cross. I am your delightful host, Duff. With me, as always, are my two delightful friends.
Thank you.
I have beside me a man that runs a side business of selling vintage porn to youths, Kenny.
They love it because the new
PAWN?
shit. Well, the new shit that the kids see, it's just too much. So they're just like it's an old school missionary.
Bustiers.
Yeah.
And also with me is a man that every fortnight puts on a wig and busks in town singing, and only singing, Breathless by The Cause.
Of course,
BJ.
so underrated.
Give us a rendition. I've not seen you do it.
Don't be so
Breathless.
Roll down
That is not
your
the song.
arms.
That is not the song.
Isn't it?
Fucking, I got caught out.
No.
So the movie we're doing today is, it won't be the first or last time that I'll do it. It will be the first. It is the first.
Yeah.
I panicked. I should have just fucking read my notes. I'm doing the Meg, 2018's Meg.
What you people discovered is bigger than we ever thought possible.
How big is that thing?
It was the largest shark that ever existed.
A living fossil.
Thought to have been extinct for over 2 million years. Wrong.
My God. It's Megalodon.
Always thought it was the Meg.
It is, isn't it?
No, it's Meg.
Nah, challenge.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the Meg.
Look it up, friends.
Happy
Can't
to.
wait for you to look it up.
I've got to open on IMDb because I'm prepared like that. No, he's right. Fuck, it's just Meg.
It's just Meg.
Woo!
Really?
I thought it was the Meg.
All right,
It's
my
just the
notes are
Meg.
wrong already.
I'm fucking rattled.
This is the sound of me scribbling out the because I'm all about accuracy. Here we go. All right. That's your first fun fact.
Yes, perfect. So this gets a Metacritic score of 46.
46.
And this kind of blew me away, or maybe I'm overselling it. The user score is 56.
Ooh.
Yeah, 56.
Okay. So the critics and the people.
Yeah, kind of liked it, kind of hated it.
Yeah.
Director is directed by John Turtletub.
John Turtleneck.
Yeah, I don't know what to call him. Turtletub.
Turtletub.
Is it Turtletub?
I don't know.
Turtletub.
You're telling the story.
Yeah, but it's in tiny writing.
I've heard his name before.
It's written by Dean Georgia,
Yeah.
John and Eric Herber. Don't correct me on that. It's definitely wrong.
I won't.
It's based on a book by Steve Alton.
Right.
I'll get into that later.
So
Garen,
it's
you've
based
read
on a
it.
book.
I guarantee you've read it.
I have read it.
Yeah, I knew you would have.
I've definitely read it.
Before the movie came out?
Before the movie
Yeah,
came
I
out.
knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Fun fact, I read 3 of them before the movie came out.
Every week is Shark Week in the Duff household.
Oh, man.
But just,
I read about 2 creature books a week, and yeah, the Meg's definitely...
I've got a follow-up question just real quick.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, go
So
for
it's
it.
based on a novel, and then 3 more people did the screenplay.
Yeah, looks like it.
Right.
Yeah, it's
a real team effort.
Let's say loosely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because...
I'm assuming the book has more Marines in it.
Marine creatures.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have read it, would you? No, Marines. Army Marines.
if it's got a creature that's a big creature, I'm all in, Ken.
Right.
I love a good squid book too.
Catuthus.
Yeah.
Scientific name for a giant squid.
Fucking look at us.
Let's go into the wiki.
It's like the Jacques Cousteau podcast.
Yeah, so the wiki I've done is a slightly shorter version because I cut out Ruby Rose.
I'm not
Yep.
mad.
So bear with me.
Why'd you cut out Ruby Rose?
Oh, I've got Ruby Rose thoughts.
Just the fucking hair bothers me.
Oh.
Wet, isn't it?
It's so wet all the time.
Fucking wet.
She's
It's one
in
of my
a-
notes.
Is it a
It just
damn...
says Ruby Rose. Why is her hair so wet? It's like my first note.
Yeah, so wet.
I've got
She is soaked.
She is.
She's wet.
Yeah.
Dripping.
At some point, one of the other actors comments on it.
Oh,
What happened to your
yeah.
hair?
Oh,
What
yeah,
happened to
I
yours?
missed
Yeah, great retort. That's
Yeah.
bald shaming, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm
All right, so we skipped Ruby Rose.
Yeah, okay.
Because of her hair.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Meg, not the Meg.
Mm-hmm.
Meg is a 2018 American science fiction action film directed by John Turtlebot. It is loosely based on the 1997 book Meg, A Novel of Deep Terror by Steve Alton.
Right.
The film stars Jason Statham, Lee Bingbing, Rainn Wilson, and Cliff Curtis. A group of scientists encounter a 75-foot, 25 meters, megalodon shark while on a rescue mission on the floor of the Pacific Ocean.
Yep. Good.
Is that
Sign
good
me
enough?
up. Sign me the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Righto.
You had me at Statham.
Yeah.
You had me at Steve Alton. I have to have dead eyes when I mention Steve because I love him.
Which one's Steve Alton?
Steve Alton. He is the author of the book.
Ah.
Yeah.
He's not in the movie. I'm sorry. Is he in the movie?
No, he's not.
Yeah.
No, he's also in the movie.
He plays the giant squid.
Look, I'm releasing another fun fact. His daughter is an extra in the movie.
Right.
Yeah. She plays the second megalodon.
Extras play a very important role in the movie industry. I want that noted.
Without extras, it's just two main stars talking about nothing.
Just
Well,
a
without
blank
extras,
background.
some people wouldn't be on IMDb.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, there's
In the
people
background
out
of
there.
favourite
that have-
movies.
Yeah.
Or a couple of them anyway.
I really like this tagline.
Do it.
I really love it. The most feared predator in history is no longer history.
Okay.
Oh, you fucking hate it, do you?
No,
I thought there was more.
No, that's
No,
it.
no.
man.
No, that's
it.
fine.
History's
Yeah, no,
over.
That's
That
a good
is
one. I
not
like
bad.
that. Yeah.
That's not bad. I've got some inappropriate predator jokes, but I'm not going to make them. We're just
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
that's actually really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Yeah.
Good one.
History. History. Let's do the budget. GBO.
Go
I'll
on.
never get this
All
correct.
Right. Budget.
Okay. It's an interesting budget. So try and guess it.
Wait, are we talking budget or are we talking GBO?
This is budget.
Starting with budget. $45 million.
Is it? Yeah. Yeah. All right. I like that. I'll go with 50.
All right. Jason Statham gets 13 million.
Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah.
Off 130 million budget.
They spent some money on it.
Wait. That's the production budget.
Yeah.
The marketing budget was 140 million.
So they spent $270 million on this movie.
So
Yeah.
for them to be a success, it needs to make 300 million.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, just to break even.
Break even, yeah.
It's funny you mentioned the marketing money because I
I've
remember.
always wondered about it.
I
you?
remember the marketing for this
Yes.
movie. It was
Oof.
insane.
It was on every
you
TV
couldn't
station.
miss it. It was a
Yeah.
6-month build up. No, I want to say a 12-month build up.
Yeah.
I reckon they probably released a teaser 12 months before it was out.
And it was. I actually watched the trailer. The trailer's really fucking entertaining. It makes
Yeah.
you feel like don't take this seriously.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
It's
right.
a fun movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then there's also really serious.
yeah.
It's just a mess, and I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
So the GBO, do you think it was a success or a barrel?
Well, I don't think it made 300.
No.
I don't think it's made its money back.
Set up to fail. Are we sure this isn't like some sort of Ponzi scheme going on? Like,
Yeah.
what? This doesn't sound right.
I reckon it might have gone okay. Like as I said, the
Yeah, but
market,
still.
when you market the fuck
Yeah.
out of something like that,
125.
I'm going to go 175.
Okay, so it was largely released as a PG movie,
Yes.
so everyone
That makes
could
a
see
difference,
it. Yes,
Right.
It was hugely
That actually
released in
explains some
China.
things.
Yeah.
A lot better than other movies that struggle.
Hence the
Got some
Chinese
mates.
actress.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And the set
Is she
in China.
Chinese?
It's set
Yes.
in China as well.
Yeah.
The bad guy's American.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It made 531 million.
How much of that was out of China?
How many of
That's
them are
marketing,
yen?
baby. I didn't look that up.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
that'd
is
be a lot.
That's a
marketing.
lot of yen.
In the US,
No, that's not
Put it
Chinese.
just-
Yes, it is. Yeah, Japanese is yen.
Oh, fuck knows.
perspective.
I gotcha. It's not yen, is
This
it?
is why I'm not an investment banker. It's the only reason why.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's 50. It's
not playing the markets.
31 yen.
China's bullion, I think, isn't it? Or francs.
Yeah, so that's crazy.
Yeah, that's
It's
insane.
only-
Fuck.
Not many movies make it past
Yeah.
it, but if it does, yeah, it
Yeah,
just
wow.
leaks money. So,
They've gone all in. Like
Yeah.
if you,
yeah, if you spend
Yeah, that's a
140
huge
million
gamble.
on marketing and you make a horror movie a PG-13 movie,
Yeah. So there
Wait
was
a
a
minute.
different
500 million.
Yeah.
531 million.
What's a fucking Marvel movie doing?
Oh,
Some of them don't even do that, do they?
Oh, it's making a lot more than that. I think
What
Batman,
Meg is?
Batman's up to like 400 million already.
Oh, yeah, like the massive ones, but like a regular Marvel movie.
Yeah,
Like just the new Thor
don't-
or whatever. Does that
I
do
should-
500 mil?
yeah, easy.
Does it?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
easy.
Oh,
Easy.
I've lost touch with the GBO.
Yeah, that's thrown me.
Yeah,
That has thrown me.
It is crazy.
That is
So,
insane.
if I'm wrong, look it up. But I checked it twice.
It's also probably the biggest movie we've done on this pod, and in terms of modern movies, we've
Yeah,
only done
yeah.
a couple of movies in this era,
Yeah.
and the other one was Unhinged, which straight to streaming.
And this
basically.
was 2018, just before Corona, so people
Yeah.
are going to the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
movies.
yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
and shout out like to because Trent, one of our fans on Facebook, mentioned this about after the Chappie Pod. He he said about how casting can be like influenced by marketing as well.
Oh, definitely.
And this is a classic example, isn't it? Like,
Huge.
yeah, really,
Let's get that big star and let's put little bit pieces around him and then set it where we want it to sell it.
yeah, and put a well-known Asian actress in it as well if you're going into the Asian market. Yeah, and it works.
Worked perfectly.
The proof is in the pudding.
All right. Horror show. Let's get into the reviews, shall we?
Okay. I bet they loved it, didn't they?
Ooh, it was weird. There was a few high ones, but everyone else is 30,
Right.
20, 25. So I've got one here from Matthew Pisantio from Film Threat. He gave it 30, and he was clearly busy, had a lot of things on, because he just read, the Meg is simply toothless.
Oh, see, they try and be clever, but that's not fucking clever, mate.
And this lady also gave it 30, and I actually kind of agree with her to a certain extent.
Okay.
She's Emily Yoshida from Vulture.
Yep.
It is neither dumb nor smart enough to be fun, and spends way too much with its boring human characters when it should be, I don't know, spending it with, the giant shark. I actually kind of agree with her at that point.
Yeah. I also love someone who writes how they talk.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
perfect.
I don't know.
I thought she was from...
It's a fair review.
Just from the OC.
And then we got Mark Slavoff from the Austin Chronicle. He gave it a 30. The Meg is simply mediocre. PG-13 monster movie making at its mind-numbing, I sorta bestish ... meh.
Okay.
He's just got
So he had a
up.
problem with the monster movie, and then you make it PG.
I've got to ask though, was
then
the
he's
version I watched, is that PG these days?
PG, man.
No wonder the kids are fucked.
Yeah, but like, you've seen the squid attack, right?
Yeah.
That should have been bloody and gory, and he's
Yeah.
just got a squid piece.
But there was like
in
a
his mouth.
severed arm, and there was like a few, there was enough blood.
There's
Like,
a little bits and pieces.
But
It wasn't overly violent, though,
The
was
severed
it?
arm was a flash.
Yeah.
It was like flash
I
photography.
can picture it. So
And a couple of the shark kills, it's just like, they just go under.
But
yeah.
there's no blood.
I wouldn't have picked it as what's PG? It's PG-13.
PG-13, so 13 and under.
Right. I mean, I
need a parent.
was raised Amish, so I had a pretty traditional
watched-
upbringing, pretty conservative.
I
So
watched Predator when I was 5. So
yeah, and here we are.
I'm golden.
And that explains a little bit to everybody at home.
Mike LaSalle from San Francisco Chronicle,
Good vetting.
25.
Yep.
It is a tired, inert sci-fi thriller featuring a succession of escalating action sequences that somehow fail to ignite.
Okay.
What did he give it, did you say?
25.
25.
Rough.
Rough.
Yeah.
Rough. All right. The last critic, I don't know what the fuck was going on because I've read it 9 times. I still don't get it.
Okay.
I'm sure this guy's on crack. He's a
Excellent.
definite mentalist, righty? I'm sorry if you're listening, Johnny, but fuck. Johnny...
Don't say his last name. Just in case.
We can't afford a lawsuit.
Johnny Rimmer. Johnny Olonsky.
Yeah.
Oh, it's out there now.
He's a mentalist.
Yeah.
New York Post.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Of course,
He
yeah.
gave it 25.
Yeah.
And she also doesn't satisfy at all. Who's she? Who is she?
The cat's
Shark?
mother.
Is it a girl?
Yeah.
The shark.
The shark's
Shark's a girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they refer to as she throughout the movie. Yeah.
She also doesn't satisfy at all. After experiencing me, you will crack open your little shark book and call up Jaws. What's
Okay.
going on?
Yeah,
Do
so
you
he's
get
kind of
it?
going, I want a shark movie. This one's not doing it for me. I'm just going to go back to what I know, and what I know is good. I'm
Yeah.
going
Why has he
back
got
to
a little
Jaws.
shark book?
Yeah, I don't know.
His shark book. You don't keep a book of shark movies?
No.
Oh, I'd have most animals, and I have a little book for each one, and just list the movies with those animals.
Can't wait till we get to the giraffes, Ken.
Yeah, so that's my critic reviews, and they're
Wow.
all pretty...
There's some fair points.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that Emily
Yeah.
Yoshida.
The numbers are harsh.
Congrats.
Yeah.
It's a terrible review, which I agree with
Yeah,
to a certain extent.
Yeah.
yeah. It's a big
Yeah.
dumb movie, so it's going to
Yeah.
get bad critic reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've established that on this podcast is that, yeah.
So what were your thoughts? Anyone?
Okay. So I really didn't hate it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Which was people predicted that I probably would.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, no, I was
I'm
surprised. too.
fucking pumped.
I was
So
surprised as
good.
well. I didn't particularly love it, but I didn't hate it. It's really slickly made,
Yeah.
and it knows what it is. It's pretty self-aware, so I was all right with that. Wasn't trying to be something it's not. I think that's what grinds my gears. We're finding a pattern there.
Yeah.
This was self-aware, knew what it was. I laughed. Not always when the script intended me to.
I was about to say, at what points though?
There was some funny fucking...
What the fuck's going on?
There was some unintentional comedy.
Yeah.
I felt some tension as well.
Yeah.
Not always when the script intended me to.
The sexual tension between Statham and...
I've got, you know how I did my list, I go what I liked and what I didn't like. Top of my list of what I didn't like so much was the romantic subplot.
Yeah. It made me feel awkward the whole time.
It just got cheesier and cheesier as it went on.
Yeah.
It wasn't done correctly.
No, it wasn't necessary either.
In the book, it's done correctly.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's also done correctly in the sequel, and 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 the prequel, special Kindle edition, and the sequel.
Yeah, it didn't work in the movie though.
No, it was terrible in the movie.
Yeah. I felt some sympathy for the characters.
Yeah.
Occasionally. It had a couple of jump scares, which worked on me.
Yeah.
Okay. But I definitely rolled my eyes a few times as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think you're going to in a movie like this, aren't
yeah.
I think they want you to roll your eyes. It's like, I think you have to roll your eyes.
Yeah, like back in your head with a shark. Yeah, no, there was So I tried to go into it with as open mind as possible, as always, and actually pleasantly surprised.
Not as always,
No,
newly found.
Yeah,
okay. As open mind as
Look,
possible.
I'm a judgmental motherfucker. We all know this, and anyone.
Well, I like that. That's good.
So I didn't hate it.
It's a lot on my chest.
I was. So I've only ever seen it once before when it first came out.
We went to the movies, I believe.
I think we might have actually. Yeah.
We rang you, but you were busy.
We were lured in by the $140, 140 mil spent on marketing. I think.
Suckers.
And then when I first started, I didn't remember it being like that. The intro is actually really good. It's nice and tense, and it's very serious and all that sort of stuff. I seem to remember it just being kind of tongue in cheek from straight away, but it wasn't at all. It actually was like, oh, okay, we're doing like a horror movie here, like a shark horror movie or whatever. I was fine with it.
I actually thought one of the better things was the fact that we got straight into it. Like I've never seen it before. Shocker. Yep. It's not something that I would settle on, and I'm scrolling around on an afternoon looking for something to watch.
Yeah.
I would never have watched this if Duff hadn't forced my hand.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Not even for Statham.
No, not even for Statham. I don't mind Statham.
Love Statham.
But yeah, no, I like the fact that I got immediately into it. I like the fact that that opening scene established Statham's character a little bit, why he's troubled and all that sort of stuff. It was a little clunky, but wasn't too bad.
It was clunky.
Yeah.
After some of the writing we've seen in movies we've watched where it's just like flawless, and then you get this and it's like,
and three dudes worked on the script, that's what I was asking.
You had 130 mil and you couldn't get a script writer?
Fucking bloke.
Or someone that can write a fucking joke?
The joke's bad.
Guy, we need to make this guy like really alcoholic and messed up. Oh, just put him in fucking Thailand and give him two beers.
Give him a beer.
And we just came from watching Denzel do the troubled soul with an alcohol problem, to perfection. To Statham, you're just saying that because I can't do accents. Sorry, I'm just so sorry I even tried.
Fine.
Yep, you're just saying that because I've got a beer in my hand.
Yeah.
And he's dark.
He's definitely troubled.
Yeah. So that was
show that interview of him leaning over the table. Oh, he's aggressive. He's super aggressive.
So the opening scene was good.
Bothered me.
The opening scene was good. I've got a question though. Sorry.
I'm happy to answer it if I can.
Where did that Meg go?
What Meg?
The one that attacked him in the Philippines.
What now?
So he's troubled because he tried to saved him.
Because he was in the Mariana Trench. He was doing a rescue there.
Yeah.
And he knows that it was a shark bite, the same shark bite that was on the tube. So he kind of thinks it's a megalodon or a Sutton down there.
Yeah.
So there could be another different shark or whatever. Is that what you?
Yeah, no, because it was obviously it was a megalodon that attacked the ship that was in the very beginning.
In the very beginning, yeah.
It was free swimming around the ocean, right?
Yeah.
The other two that they accidentally released from the bottom of the trench through the toxic gases.
No, that first rescue was where these guys are.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. See, no one's ever dived that deep before. Actually, there is one man who's still alive, Jason Statham. He rescued those people.
All right.
But
didn't they release the megalodon later on in the movie?
Accidentally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what about the start though?
Because that's the start. That's like what, 5 years beforehand?
Yeah. So why isn't that big motherfucker swimming around eating people?
Because he's not released. He didn't. He followed.
He went below.
He's below. He's below the firm.
At the start.
Yes.
Okay.
And he rescued the doctor, and the doctor was on the boat
or
in the station, and he didn't go, I know what happens here, guys, because...
Yeah.
Okay, let's not get too...
He just thought...
too caught up on
he
this.
just thought Jason Statham was a mentalist, and he had compression
PTSD or whatever.
Mentalist doesn't mean you think it does.
I know. Simon Baker's a mentalist.
No, so we're not... Yeah,
okay,
anyway.
here's what it is. So that rescue happened below the thermal thing.
Yes.
No shark escaped. When they came back there again and she bubbles up and he bubbles up, the vents open and that warm water rises to the top.
I got how they released it the second time, but that was when they were diving through when they were diving initially through, the billionaires come to watch them dive through the gases and whatnot.
Yeah.
That was meant to be the first time anyone didn't realize it was the ocean floor. Like, it was a big moment, remember? Like, it was
that's
big
right.
Mariana Trench.
Because they went through it.
Yeah, they thought it was the ocean. Anyway,
there's a submarine that's been there. I get it.
Speaking of the Mariana Trench,
love it.
There's a scene in the movie where they go, they talk about the Mariana Trench, and it's like they're in an underwater research station.
Yeah.
And then they're talking about like breaking the surface, and I was just like, yeah, fuck yeah, tell me more. Give me everything. Yeah. I just love that shit. Like in those monster type movies.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to go into the full like scientific. It doesn't have to be accurate.
No.
But if it's cool. Like, if we're going beneath the fucking sea floor
what else
of the
is
Mariana
there,
Trench, I'm in.
That's the apex predator, and it's that big. What else is there? Like, you've seen the squid, but
exactly.
Other than that very obvious flaw that I just pointed out in the script, I actually did find the premise believable enough.
Yeah.
I was like, I could buy that. I could buy that. I guess.
There is thermal vents down there. We just can't get that down there to get it. Unless you're Jason Statham free diving off a fucking spring.
Yeah, I don't want to. Just at no point in this podcast do I want to discuss the physics of underwater pressure and diving. And
it makes sense.
It doesn't make sense, but it doesn't matter. Yeah. What I would like to say, though, is the ocean is an incredible place for a movie like this.
It's a massive
a shark movie, I guess, but like
it's a co-star in this movie.
It is. It's like vast and endless, but claustrophobic at the same time.
Yeah,
it's like space.
Yeah,
it's really good in that regard. They did really well, and it's never scarier for me than when someone's bobbing around on their own in the ocean and the camera's like dipping below the surface and back up again and back up again. Yeah, fucking scary. It's no wonder I don't like the water.
I still can't believe that fucking doctor saved Ruby Rose.
Yeah, bad choice. Bad choice.
Another great scene I loved is the little girl chasing her ball. Or
what a build-up.
Like,
what a freaking build-up.
Yeah. And that scene where the camera's kind of behind her and she stood and the shark comes right up to the...
She drops a drone and it's like playing that daunting music.
Yeah.
And then,
very good.
Everyone's watching behind. Yeah. They're all watching behind.
I remember that scene from the trailer. I think that was probably the shot that got me.
Yeah.
Like in the trailer where you saw that and it's like, oh, yes.
That was the money shot.
Yeah.
I rewinded it again just to... watch it come in. It's like, oh my god, it's such a big thing. You can't see it until it's right on you.
It was pretty murky water.
It's fucking whales.
The effects were good in that regard. Like, that was pretty convincing. I reckon they fucked up the scale a couple of times.
Fucking don't even get me started. That shark changes size 42 times.
But it was good. Like, I found
42 sharks out there.
Oh, is it? Is that what it is?
They're all been
constantly changes size.
Yeah, they definitely. They made a few errors there. But that scene was great. I enjoyed it's underwater Godzilla.
Yep.
Yeah, perfect.
Right? Yeah. The other thing, one of the first scenes I enjoyed, I was like, fuck, it's Dwight from The Office.
Yeah.
I didn't even realise till he took his glasses off.
Rainn Wilson.
Oh,
are you an Office man?
Yeah, fuck I am.
Thank God.
And I always knew Dwight would make his money. Why didn't... I was like, he's a billionaire now. Fucking, he bought the company.
Shrewd.
I really wish he had Michael Scott with him, though. That would have been great. Yeah.
I'm a massive Rainn Wilson guy.
Yeah.
Like, even before The Office, I just liked it. I like his brand.
Yeah.
Hate him in this.
Hate
him in it.
Hate him as an actor or his character?
Character. Yeah, as in he's in a complete different movie for me. He's like going for some sort of brand of comedy that I don't know what the fuck it is. Maybe it's like the Asian Chinese market thing. Yeah. Maybe that's to their tastes.
Yeah.
But I just thought he was so out of place in this. I just wanted nothing to do with him. He really bothered me.
Really? I can tell.
Yeah. Not like the character and the performance of that character as a combination. It just bothered me.
I didn't notice that.
No? Okay.
Me neither.
But was he trying to be... I think he was comic relief, wasn't he?
No,
I didn't pick that.
The scientists were comic reliefs.
Yeah. I didn't pick any of them.
This is what I mean. None of the jokes didn't land on
me.
No.
He was smarmy, and then it was a little obvious. He was a little bit of a cardboard cutout. A few of them were sort of like
big
cardboard cutouts. Yeah. Sort of badly drawn shapes of people.
Yep.
Like when he did his heel turn. He's like, I've informed the Chinese government. I came here to celebrate with you.
Oh, yeah.
He said I'm mourning with you. I was like, fuck, no, you're not.
Then he goes and talks about how shitty the elevator is.
It just takes the elevator.
Multi-billion-dollar.
I was convinced he was trying to do a comedy thing.
Yeah. I mean, you may be right. You know what? If he was, it failed because I didn't pick up on it.
And maybe that's why I hated him, because I thought he was, but it wasn't working.
Yeah.
Be more funny, Dwight.
Well, he's not always funny. He's in some movies. He's in some. I'm sure we'll get to it.
Yeah.
What I thought, where I was with Emily on this one.
Yes.
Why didn't that shark eat every motherfucker at that beach? I really wanted him to.
That just like hell to me. That's my idea of the worst place I've been.
Oh my God, it's horrific. It's like everyone on that bloody Asia's in the bloody water.
I reckon there would be places that are like that as well.
Really?
It doesn't get that bad in Western Australia, but no. But I reckon there would be.
I've used stock photos of those sort of beaches.
Sometimes you see the photos of, was it Bondi?
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, that doesn't look good.
Just the
like,
storage.
Just on top of each other.
Just the storage area alone for those bloody tubes.
How deep was the water, by the way? It's like 6-year-old kids in these tubes. It's like 38 meters deep.
Yeah.
Do you know what? One thing I do enjoy when there's a faceless throng of hapless idiots is following one or two of those hapless idiots along. Like, there's the guy in the orb, the douchebag in the orb, and the fat kid with the ice pole.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. Like, I'm like there's other than that, they're just a bunch of faceless idiots.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And they're like, they zoom in on that one kid. He's like, I want to get swimming. His mum goes, oh, fuck it, go eaten by a shark.
Because that's from Jaws. That actual scene is a remake of the Jaws scene when the kid goes swimming and the mum's like, oh, you just ate, don't go swimming. He goes swimming and she's looking for him in the water. He's in the shark's mouth.
So there was a scene in Jaws where a kid went in the water and a shark.
Yeah, because it's like
what a coincidence!
It's a homage to Jaws. There's a lot of homage. The banana boat, the free prongs.
I noticed the banana boat thing.
Dragged along like he does with the barrels on top.
Yeah. So with the wire, you mean the wire, and it drags the boat. Yeah.
But the only difference is George actually ate more than one person.
Yeah.
I just didn't understand.
Just wasn't hungry that day.
Look at all these fodder. Enjoy yourself. Well, fuck the whale song. Keep eating the fodder.
There's cud galore.
He just opened his mouth and done like a whale does plankton, and just scooped up like 100 of those people on the tubes.
Yeah.
And I also like...
Shame he didn't.
I'd like a death in this one.
A
death is for someone to get eaten whole, and from their perspective, watch the acidic acid in of the shark's stomach just destroy him, man.
That goes the PG rating.
That's a death I want in this kind of film.
Isn't that Moby Dick? What's the one where the guy lives in the whale?
Isn't that Pinocchio?
Maybe it's Pinocchio. I get my whale stories confused.
Because I've read a lot of creature books and a lot of megalodon books, and that happens a lot, and it makes me happy. Is that weird?
That's a really interesting insight.
I want to go home and burn things.
Duff. Yeah, no, I that scene in particular made me uncomfortable, mostly because of the amount of people that were in the water.
Yeah. I liked the action sequences in it though. Like the kind of, I don't know, it's got multiple climaxes, this movie, but I guess the main one where they catch the shark on the boat.
Yeah, that's great.
It's the smaller shark, and then the bigger shark comes. I thought all that shit was really great.
Yeah, because having never seen it before, I knew obviously it seemed pretty obvious that what was going to happen.
It looks good. It was
mate just floating around like, put it on the gram or whatever he's saying. Or put it on Tinder. I'm like, you are fucked, bro. Yeah. I was like, you are so gone.
I really like Jason Statham's heroic dives every 3 minutes.
Oh yeah.
I just like.
Yeah. I've never seen a man get into a wetsuit faster.
Oh, he's
how did he do that? He's like,
good.
1 second he's wearing a tanky, and the next minute he's in a wetsuit with a
jumper.
He just went. He's diving on. That's a superpower.
Yeah.
And then leaping. I mean, I thought the first time he leapt out of the water when he nearly got eaten by a shark,
like a dolphin.
It's so funny, that scene where they put him in the water and they're like, oh, by the way, don't paddle. What, we got a fucking Sea-Doo on this boat? Give me a Sea-Doo or something.
The thing that irked me is they turn on the wrench and she goes, no vibrations.
Yeah.
Well, how the fuck's he coming back?
He's gone.
And then the shark starts chasing him and then they fucking crank it anyway. It's like, well, fucking, if you just cranked it, there'd be no suspense. Like, fucking, he's in the boat going, thank God you guys saved me.
Okay,
not fucking just getting out of the shark's mind.
So I'm just changing my notes. Maybe I didn't like that scene. I did actually write here I liked it. I could pick it all to pieces, but I won't.
He's done it.
Max, tracker is live!
Great. Reel him in, DJ.
Stop! No vibration.
Gosh, I'm in trouble.
Jonas is coming at you.
You didn't notice! Start the boat! Start the boat!
Oh,
I liked it because it's so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
It's a dumb, idiotic move.
So it was entertaining enough. Yeah. Those bits. Yeah.
For me, that's actually there was a point where the movie got much more ridiculous, and that's when they went out on the boat.
Yeah.
So everything from the station or whatever you want to call it.
This might be a nice suspenseful shark movie.
Yeah.
Was the stuff on the underwater station a little bland though?
Yeah, but that's probably it was probably that's what it was.
The action's on the boat, baby. It's out in the sea.
Yeah, of course.
But even the dialogue, got ramped up to completely fucking ridiculous.
When they went out on the boat, you mean?
Yeah. Some of the back and forth.
One thing, tell me this was not funny when Rainn Wilson. Right? They're going, we need to draw straws for who has to dive out there.
He's like, I can't swim.
I can't swim.
Let's draw straws.
I can't swim.
Oh. Sorry. My body made me say that.
He is trying to do a comedy.
No, he had a couple of bits. I've written down 2 pieces of dialogue I said that I thought were okay. I actually liked when Jason Statham opens the hatch and sees his ex-wife and he goes, tell me this isn't the world's best, I told you so. That was okay. All right, that was all right. And then the other bit that made me laugh deliberately was the helicopter pilot. And he goes, affirmative, sir. There's pieces of it all over the place. After he's blown up the fucking whale. He's covered in splattered fish bits. Those bits were good. I did make notes of some of the dialogue from when they were on the boat.
Yep, go for it. I love it.
One was so they send him.
Don't swim.
They don't paddle. Sharks are attracted to a paddling motion. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. He's 100 meters from the. Sharks are attracted to paddling motion. Have we got a fucking surfboard or something then? But then
also the winch makes noise.
This is not bolted to the ship too well. What about the reason their rationale behind sending him out on his own is they're like, only one of them in the water isn't a threat. I'm like, I don't think this massive megalodon is ascertaining who's a threat and who's not. They're just eating things in their path.
Yeah. Well, I don't think anything's a threat to it.
Yeah, this is very true. Yeah, this is very true. What about when they want to send a boat out and they're on a boat and he says, it's already shown it's aggressive towards boats. Well, fucking righto. Good thing we're in a helicopter.
We need more boats.
Yeah, there was just a couple of those. Yeah, and then I had to reel him in. And then, technically he's not paddling, so he'll be all right. And then he just leaps out of the water at the end.
Oh, man, that shark is just the one that could. Kept on going and just missing.
Yeah. It was a little tense, but it was also kind of funny, and I think it was intentionally that way, right? It's just he's not going to get eaten because it's Jason Statham is the hero of the movie. Yeah. But that it got mega, pardon the pun, ridiculous once they hit the boat.
Yeah.
And it took me a little while to adjust. It just felt like a tonal shift.
What's going on? Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was probably my main problem with it, if you have to have a problem with it, is the tone throughout it. It's like it just chopped and changed so often.
Yeah, it did a bit,
and it fucking bothered me. It's like, are we doing a tongue in cheek, like we're in on the joke, like this is ridiculous, or some of it's like deadly serious. Like the intro is like deadly serious. And all that.
Yeah.
And that bothered me throughout. Because I just couldn't quite capture. I was like, what? Just pick a fucking lane. I'm all in either way. I don't care. But don't try and switch between two.
Do you think the start had to be serious to convince you it's a serious movie? It convinces you why the sharks escape there? Do you think it needs to be there?
With that.
Yeah, if that's the case, do it like that the whole way through.
No, fuck that.
Yeah.
Good fun.
Yeah. I guess I'm comparing it to other similar films.
Yeah.
And you go, Deep Blue Sea takes itself very seriously.
Deepest bluest. My head is like a shark's fin.
I knew you were going to fucking do that. Did they choose that?
Hey, bird!
Did they choose the black dude in this because he looks exactly like LL Cool J?
Maybe.
Is it a homage to LL Cool J? Didn't lick his bottom lip enough.
Deepest bluest.
But yeah, Deep Blue Sea, it's just one set tone the whole way through.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
done
and then
very well.
Another very similar film would be Lake Placid.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Which is the other end of the spectrum where it's like a satire and it's kind of like it's that, but it's the whole way through. It's just the same. And it's really sarcastic. The joke writing's phenomenal. This was like somewhere in between the two where it went like, we're going to do a bit of that and then we're going to go back over here.
3 writers.
But when we go there, the jokes aren't going to land. And when we go there, even though we're trying to be serious, it's not actually going to be that serious because we've just tried to do jokes 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So that really just got me.
I think the real problem is the book, which is loosely based on by Steve Alton.
Yes.
It was really technical. It's really scientific. It's actually a really good fucking book.
Yeah.
For science fiction nerds
I'd
as well.
watch that.
So it's... Would you?
Yeah.
You'd watch that version.
Yeah.
Like a proper, done proper.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Done it proper.
Let's recast it right now.
It's completely different.
Yeah.
And this is
The
just
Rock.
the only thing they have is a megalodon shark.
Yeah, and the problem is that movie that they make out of that book isn't doing 500 mil.
No.
And they're not getting 130 mil to spend on it. And they're not getting Jason Statham.
Trust me on this. The book would cost a lot more than 130 million because it's got a Chronosaurus in it, massive giant squids.
Chronosaurus.
Chronosaurus, yeah.
Let's do the pod on that
So
book.
it's got like dinosaurs and
great.
shit in it as well. Because the Mariana Trench, everything's undiscovered. So you got like dinosaurs, everything down
and they
there.
all start to awaken.
So I think this has gone, the screenwriter's gone, okay, do this. And then another screenwriter's gone, we'll do this.
Yeah.
And then another one's gone,
do
I'm
some
your
jokes.
brother and I can do it better.
Yeah.
And I'll do this.
Yeah.
And what they've done is they've slowly but surely gone away from the book, but had the book vibe at the start, because that's the starting point.
Yeah.
And then they've just gone away and go, oh shit, we can't do this properly. Let's go nuts.
Yeah. And I don't think we've ever done a movie yet where we're like, there's been multiple writers and it worked.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a real risky proposition, isn't it? Yeah.
And sorry.
I was just going to say, I was just going to segue straight into Jason Statham. So if you've got something,
No, that's fine.
Because you said you're not going to get Statham.
Yeah.
This movie doesn't work without Statham.
Oh no.
No.
He's weirdly, he's a pretty bad actor, right? Like he's not great, but he's weirdly charismatic on screen.
He's just a bit wooden.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's it's kind of the Vin Diesel thing all over again.
Yeah.
I think he has a massive screen presence.
He has he has a presence.
Yeah.
I don't
he just
think he's
doesn't
a
have
bad
He's
actor.
not like a fucking technician, is he? Like
he has a presence of a
actors
robot.
aren't like, but he's great.
Yeah.
Like he's got this charisma. He's got this certain wry wit about him. But like you watch him and you're like, oh, he's playing Jason Statham again.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, this time he's punching a shark.
Yeah.
You're like, fucking, And I like it.
Yeah.
But I did occur to me like he's in this huge budget film apparently,
yeah.
and he got 13 mil to be on the poster and whatnot. And yet I'm like, we watched a character arc of, like I was saying before, of a troubled alcoholic redeeming themselves.
No, I think he was just a guy on an island. I don't think he was that
But
troubled.
they were setting up.
Just a
the
dude.
PTSD wasn't as bad.
He's just had 2 beers, so maybe
He's going to ride a trike now. He's fucking riding that.
He's gone off the
motorbike.
rails.
Yeah.
2 beers.
But no, I thought that Statham absolutely made it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Without Statham, this movie doesn't work.
Yeah,
No. Well, everyone else in it is, I kind of touched on it before, is a little bit bland.
they are.
Yeah,
They really are.
Yeah.
What was her name? The Chinese actress?
Lei Bingbing.
Lei Bingbing. Yeah, she was not good at all.
You think so?
Just in her acting, I thought it was awful.
I thought she was all right.
Oh, really? Sorry
really?
then.
You thought she was all right?
I thought she was okay.
I thought she was horrendous.
Really?
Yeah. She was just really bad.
Yeah. I liked Rainn Wilson's character. I didn't like her
Yeah.
or her dad.
Her dad, yeah. I didn't care when he died.
And I like the mercs that are really pathetic at their jobs.
Yeah. Oh, Cliff Curtis as well. He was great.
I've got a lot on Cliff
yeah.
Curtis. I love Cliff Curtis.
Cliff Curtis is do you know who he is? Cliff Curtis?
He's Michael Pena.
What is he, the kind of captain of the ship, I guess, or the underwater station?
He's Mac.
Oh, yeah.
Mac's got a huge role in the book. He's a helicopter pilot.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It was refreshing to see Cliff Curtis just playing his own nationality.
Yeah.
So he's just like a New Zealander.
Yeah.
But he's been like
everything.
He's been an Arab. He's been a Latino.
Yeah. I've got a lot on him later.
Okay.
And by lot, I just mentioned heaps of movies he's in.
Yeah.
So it's not a lot.
He's good. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Cliff Curtis.
Yeah, there probably, in my opinion as well, there was probably too many ancillary characters.
Yeah.
We didn't need, because he couldn't go, we talked a lot recently as well about how much a good convincing backstory makes you invested in the film. There was no real backstory, even when they tried, and it was stuff like the dying dad's like, oh, I should have loved you more, and then he closes his eyes and dies, and you're like, oh, fucking whatever.
Yeah.
God, he got a boat to the stomach, didn't he?
Yeah. He really did.
He got a boat to the stomach.
He's not going to make it.
There's a massive shark in the water, and you get done by a boat to the stomach.
Yeah,
Jesus
what a way to
Christ.
go.
They're going to need a bigger boat.
And out of those characters, I think we've briefly touched on it. How the fuck does Ruby Rose have a career?
I don't get it.
Yeah, it's worrying. She's actually like headlining movies now.
She's bad.
Oh,
yeah,
she's
they're not good movies. They're like B-grade movies.
Yeah, B-grade action.
Yeah.
She nearly ruined John Wick, and she's mute.
Yeah.
That's how bad she is. The dude who played DJ wasn't much better.
Who was DJ, sorry?
He was the African-American man.
Yeah, I thought he was good.
Yeah, LL Cool J.
Yeah.
I thought he was...
LL Cool J's
LLDJ.
He was the comic relief.
not so Cool J.
He was the comic relief.
Yeah, but it didn't work for me.
It still
He
wasn't
just
fun.
shouted a lot.
Yeah,
fair.
I don't find it funny. Yeah, no. But she's just she's took me out of every scene she was in because she is a terrible, terrible actress.
Yeah, she is. She's got a look though, which is that's why she's in.
It's
shit.
not that hard to find though.
What is it? A back fringe that's wet. That's her look.
And a couple of tattoos.
It's the tattoos. It's that kind of old. She looks aggressive.
She looks aggressive,
doesn't she?
Yeah, She looks like someone who buy meth off at a skate park.
Yeah. Probably be pretty good meth as well.
She'd probably hook you up. Yeah. And her hair annoyed me, as you said. So,
last thing I had was the kind of, I touched on it briefly in passing when I said multiple climaxes in this film. It's fuck. I felt like the kind of boat scene, what we've just been talking about for a while. That felt like this is the end of the movie here. Like it's all happening. It's all big. And it's like Statham's the hero and whatever. And then it's like, okay, that's not the end. Oh, we're going to do the Rainn Wilson dying bit. Okay, this makes sense. Like kind of wrap that bit up.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, that's not the end either.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're going to another beach.
Yeah.
And then I thought, this is just going to lead into the Meg 2. And it's just going to be this short little bit.
No. It's 45, It's 45 minutes.
Oh, no, we've got another climax coming up.
Yeah.
It felt like there was more. What it felt like to me is this was the Meg 1 and the Meg 2 put together.
Yeah.
They just stitched them together. They went, we got the Meg 1, but fuck, we've got about 70 minutes here, maybe 80 minutes. This isn't long enough. Like, we need this to be longer. Wait, was someone working on the Meg 2? Bring him in. Bring Steve in. See if we can combine these scripts. Yeah. That's what it felt like to me. It felt like two different, they're the same movie, but two separate movies.
Yeah.
That they could have easily finished it with Rainn Wilson dying.
Yeah.
But I think we're only at the 70 or 80 minute mark then, so I guess it's quite short.
Yeah, you got to use those subs with missiles on them.
You got to spend that. You got to spend those.
We've still got those two subs. Are they not trashed? Yeah. We'll fucking whack a couple of missiles on it and we'll get the bigger shark.
I did also have a note that I thought the climactic battle scene itself probably could have been better. Like we could have just had a more of a build up straight to that.
Yeah. It felt like there was, it felt like two different ones.
In between, it was a bunch of set pieces, just making people fall off a boat.
That wedding looks horrendous.
Did anyone not fall off that boat at any given fucking time? Like, it was
your turn.
How many of them just went, whoops, I'm in the water again? I was like,
how unlucky did it to be to fall off a boat then get hit by a smaller boat?
Just
couldn't wait. I couldn't put my mind around it. But that guy's just died. A multi-billionaire has just died because another tiny boat's hit him. Where's Cliff Curtis? No one's worried about him. Where is he? He's found another small boat. Yeah, well done, Cliff. They actually put their hand up and go, yeah, well done.
He did it. He finds one and then they're in two. So he just went looking for another one. But also, they reached a point where, and the scene itself was pretty cool, but the helicopter crash, like visually that was cool, like the two helicopters crashing into each other. Like at this point, they're like, how are we going to get him off the boat this time? We've tipped him off. We've done the whole lot.
Let's put a helicopter.
Let's just fucking crash a helicopter into it, a huge fireball, and then everyone's overboard. But it was just really a bunch of scenes leading up. The main climax was a bunch of scenes with new ways to get the protagonists in the water.
Yeah.
I want to see Statham dive. When he dives, it's electric. I've got a negative thing as well. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
It's just
I am surprised.
Yeah. It's just the science of this movie again. I'm going back to that. It's really hard for me because I don't know if I've
read the book.
I've read the book by.
Have you read the fuck me, Steve?
By Steve Alton.
Can't wait to do Game of
Some
Thrones.
motherfucking directors are always trying to skate uphill. The science of it, right? These things are in pitch black, tiny light from the thermal. They come up and they can see during the daylight. They hunt during the daylight.
Their eyes don't roll back either.
Also, if you're that deep, you don't have a grey colour. You're all white. You're an albino shark.
These are really weird nitpicks.
Yeah, so
this is really detailed. I wasn't expecting this at all.
That's the other movie that I would have watched. Yeah. If I had the choice between the two, I'm watching the science.
Yeah, because
the fucking big albino shark.
And also,
with no eyes.
Steve Alton has said this. Why is this shark attacking during the day? It'd be a much better movie if the shark attacks at night, which gives it a bit more ominous fear.
Hard to watch though.
Hard to watch.
Just fucking watch it.
Beaches are busier during the day. I don't go to the beach much. It's not my scene, but usually they're busier during the day.
Crash a bachelor party bus.
Was it a scary movie? I don't know. It was very dark. Like you just hear a lot of water splashing. I assume people died.
I think it was Alien vs Predator too. So dark.
Exactly.
No, fair.
So that's
great
a thing. You can do a lot of good things with dark. You've seen it in Pitch Black.
Yeah.
You can have the same kind of feel.
They just made it murky.
Yeah, have a light
instead,
on the boat that lights up the water around.
Yeah.
They did that in one of the Jaws movies.
Yeah, they did it original Jaws as well. Yeah.
That's right. At the end of the
so their substitute for that was the murkiness of the open
murkiness
ocean.
Water. And the water's so daunting.
It really is.
And that bit where she goes down in the cylinder, great scene. Great 15 minutes.
It was pretty good actually. Yeah.
I feel really bad for Statham trying on the top door for like 20 minutes and then goes, oh shit.
There's another
doors.
end. Yeah.
And he just opens it so easily.
Also, Ruby Rose, her big scene of the movie is explaining how it's like this impenetrable perspex shit.
Yeah.
What about the top and the bottom? They just appear to be aluminium. like, there's a flaw in your design, Ruby.
It was really clever.
It's like the bit in the Death Star, isn't it?
Yeah,
the one spot on the Death Star.
Yeah.
Who does it? Bastard.
Yeah.
Then you find out in Rogue One.
Yep.
So with that scene where she's slowly getting swallowed, I was like, this is my moment for someone to get digestively fucked.
I didn't realize this was your kink, eh? It's really interesting.
Loves it.
It's just my favorite thing in books when
Someone
someone
just
gets
being slowly
eaten whole, and it's normally a baddie, a bad man.
Yeah.
And then, they slowly dissolve.
Yeah, she wasn't going to die, though. She was the ticket to China. The other scene that I enjoyed visually was it was completely ridiculous the way Statham kills it in the end, right? Like he goes eye to eye with it as well. Like he's like looks into its soul. Yeah. He's riding that shark through the when all the other sharks appeared. To start feeding
man,
it. That was a good scene. Like I was like, it
was a good scene, but it's mental.
All
the sharks
it just looked cool. It just looked cool.
Ignore him. I just seen him stab a fucking big old shark.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you? I mean, you don't stop for a bread roll when the buffet's right there. You know what I mean? Like, you go straight for it. That's fair. Yeah.
You want to fill yourself up on bread. My number one rule.
On Statham, he'd be chewy.
Speaking of Statham, let's get into his career.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Go.
By starting with director John Turteltaub. Turteltaub. So I didn't know this. He's done a few good movies.
Okay.
Like I know the name, but go.
His Metacritic score is 47.
Okay.
So he's done the same kind of... This is going to make you really angry, Ken, as well.
Yeah.
So I'll just list some of the movies he's done for his body of work that makes a bit different from what he normally does.
Okay.
So Cool Runnings.
Yeah.
All right.
Weird.
Why you were... Did you say whiff?
No, I said weird.
Weird.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
With a Jamaican bobsled team.
I'm familiar with the film.
Yeah. John Candy.
I was forced to watch it 100 times during high school.
Yeah, Jamaica, we have a bobsled team.
It was the only fucking VHS my school had, I'm pretty sure.
At the last day of term every year.
Brutal
They
stuff.
wheel in the VHS.
I had season 4 of Simpsons over and over again.
Really?
Thanks, Math.
Good season? Can't remember.
I can't remember either, mate.
They were.
He's done While You Were Sleeping.
Right.
Phenomenon with John Travolta.
I remember that movie.
Trash, that movie.
He's also goddamn what a brush.
It's so bad.
He's done The Sorcerer's Apprentice
with
Cage?
Mickey Mouse.
Nick Cage.
Oh.
Nick Cage.
And he got to know Nick
Is that
Cage.
a Harry Potter film?
And
Harry
he's
Potter
done
and the Sorcerer's Apprentice?
Las Vegas and the Meg. So it's not great.
It's not a good one.
But
Las Vegas, is that one of the
that's Morgan Freeman,
Yeah,
the old
okay.
boys
Yeah.
are going to
De Niro and Travolta or something.
Right. Inspiration.
But he has done 2 which I really enjoy.
Go.
National Treasure 1,
Yep.
Yeah.
National Treasure 2.
Oh, yeah, they're
Right,
good.
right.
So I
those.
really like that.
Okay. Yep.
So
It's a fucking mixed bag, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
his top movie is 67,
Oh,
While You're Sleeping.
yeah.
So that's his top movie.
It's Meg Ryan, yeah?
How
Yeah.
did he get the keys to this car?
So he's got...
Like, with the money they were putting into this, and that's his resume.
And that's his resume. And like,
Weird, isn't it?
what other creature flicks have you done?
Yeah.
Apparently Eli Roth wanted to do this.
Yeah.
He had too much creative control. The budget was over.
And it's also
130.
R-rated and not going to China.
R-rated,
Yeah.
and he wanted to play the main character. He
Yeah.
wanted to play Statham.
And the shark.
Fuck off back to the
Jared
cabin,
Leto.
Eli.
Jared Leto wanted to play the shark.
He did. And then, yes, and his worst movie is, can you believe this? National Treasure. 39.
I know. I happen to know that for a fact.
Kidding me?
Yeah, no. I happen to know.
Do both of them score poorly?
Yeah.
The National Treasure 1 and 2?
Yeah. They're both on my list, and my list is written on the back of the
tell you which one's
the
better.
Declaration of Independence.
Is that right?
Yeah,
They're both great.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
They
are both good. Yeah.
He's done 11 movies, and only 2 of them are over 50.
Yeah, fuck.
How the fuck do you get them?
He's got a wheelhouse.
Jason Statham.
Yeah.
The man himself.
Crank it.
The Olympic diver, I call him. And friend, also. His score is always going to be low because he does movies. He's not a critical love child. He does movies.
Yeah, these aren't for the critics.
Yeah,
these are
they're
for
not
the
gonna
people.
like him.
Yeah.
He's a man of the people.
So his score is 46.
Right.
It's about where I would have thought
And
it would
he's
be.
had,
Same with this movie.
yeah,
There you go. Bit of synergy.
50 credits
Yep.
with 8 upcoming. So he's he's busy. He's a busy guy. Got a lot of things on.
35 of those credits were with Guy Ritchie.
Yeah. Well, his Guy Ritchie scores, I thought they'd be like 70s. Snatch, 55.
What?
Yeah. Lock, Stock, 66.
I'm outraged.
Yeah, fuck. I would have thought that'd be higher.
Yeah, I thought
they
that'd be
fucking
massively
should be.
higher.
That's aged badly, those takes.
And it gets more surprising.
It couldn't.
So his worst movie of a score of 15 is, I've seen this movie and it's not that bad.
15.
Is it? Wait, let me guess. Is it?
It's not what you're thinking.
The Dungeon Siege one or whatever it's called? What's it
well
called?
done, Ken. The Name of the King.
Name of the King.
Yeah.
A Dungeon Siege story?
Yeah.
It's actually titled that.
It's a
In the Name of the King, a Dungeon Siege story.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's a pile of shit, but I love it.
Yeah.
15.
It's good fun.
Yeah.
15. And
Never
his best
watching it.
movie, I love it. Can you try and guess it?
The Italian Job. No.
His best movie.
This movie. You're not going to guess it.
Go on.
All right.
He's got too many.
While you were sleeping.
His best movie critically is Spy with Melissa McCarthy.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Where he takes
He
the movie
cooks
by
in
the
that.
reins and he's just brilliant.
Yeah,
it's
it is
like
good.
Jason Statham does fucking hilarious comedy.
Yeah, he
Him
really
and
does.
Rose Byrne just shoot the shit out of
Fucking
Melissa
Rose
McCarthy.
Byrne's a
Yeah,
national
yeah.
treasure.
Unbelievable. So that was
I would have just assumed to be one of the Guy Ritchie ones.
yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Same.
So that was 75 and that's his highest.
That's a
Yeah.
fucking good flick.
yeah. Give Spy a go.
Yeah.
I love it.
Actually, hot take.
I might give it another go.
Yeah, hot take. I find Melissa McCarthy funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
I do.
It's
She has a moment.
I'm not
it's
afraid
a
to say it.
She's
I'm not
got,
afraid to say
she's
it.
got like a shtick,
Yeah.
and that's all she's got.
I'm for the shtick. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm into that shtick.
But no, she amuses me.
Yeah. It's a bit of hit and miss for me. But Statham in that is fucking
I felt I was sharing
so
vulnerabilities.
funny. Finally a dumb Bond. Yeah, that's where it is. Okay. So he's an action star. Expendables, Fast and the Furious, Hobbs and Shaw,
Transporters, they're my
Cranked,
favourite, man.
The
Yeah.
Italian Job, The Mechanic, Homefront. My personal favourite is Wrath of Man.
Oh yeah.
And my little secret movie that I don't think many people have watched is The Bank Job.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No,
I
it's
think
British
everyone's
movie.
seen that. That was
Have
pretty
you seen
big.
it, Ben?
Yeah, yeah. I have
Oh,
actually
everyone's
seen
seen
that.
it.
Pretty big movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, that was good.
So yeah, that's Jason Statham in a thing. He was an Olympic swimmer. So yeah.
Was he really?
Yeah, like went to the Olympics.
No, Olympic diver, and it was Commonwealth Games.
Yeah, and he went to the Commonwealth Games. Ben.
Well, if you wanted to, if you
So
wanted to
neither of
drop
your facts are accurate. I love that.
None of my facts are right.
he's like a platform diver.
So not the
In
Olympics
Commonwealth
and
Games.
not swimming, but water-related
It's not-
and medals.
He jumps into
Yeah.
water.
No medals.
No medals.
He wasn't
He
good.
didn't win them.
He
but
came
there was
seventh.
medals. There was
There
medals
was
up for
medals.
grabs. Hey, he did better than me.
You can watch it on YouTube. He's got hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, I don't want to watch it. He's an inspiration to bald men everywhere.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's really doing it for us.
He's a good man.
Yeah.
He is great.
Then I've got Rebel Wilson. Not Rebel Wilson.
Oh, thank God.
She's not in this, I don't think.
Yeah, she plays one of the sharks. Then I've got Rainn Wilson. His score is 49. He hasn't done many movies apart from The Office. The Office is 98. I made that up, but I think it's 98.
Yeah, it should be.
Should be about there.
And the English one will be 13. I
Yeah,
said
so
it. I fucking
quite
said
true. So
I prefer the English one.
it. Yeah.
I believe Ken's got a few movies on him. I've just met his worst movie is Peep World. Have you seen that?
No.
That's 27. That's one of his weird ones.
He's in one of my favorite films, but it's a little indie film.
Cooties.
No.
Super.
No.
What?
Hesher with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Is that good, is it?
Oh, fuck it.
I didn't even see that on Metacritic.
It's a phenomenal movie.
Yeah, Hesher's great.
He plays a very sad, depressed dad in that movie.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, he's great in that though.
Just, yeah.
And what's the other one? I'm obsessed with The Rocker.
Yeah.
Seen it? Is that the Mark Wahlberg? No. He plays a drummer in like a.
He's a 40-year-old man who joins a teenage band.
Oh, no, never heard
And
of
then they
it.
kick him out of the band.
He's in a band.
thinking
It's
of
Will
Rockstar.
Arnett. He's in
Yeah.
a band with Will Arnett called like
I'm in.
Vesuvius or something. It's like an 80s glam band. And then he gets kicked out of them. So oh man,
He
it's
joins
just
a teenage band.
It's genuinely like just fucking funny.
Right, I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put that
No
on
one
the-
saw that movie.
Whoever's making that
I've
list,
seen it.
yeah. Whoever is compiling that list for me out there, put that on it for me, please.
So I'm a big Rain guy, and that was all pre-Office.
Yeah, that was good.
I love him in the Office.
So when I
He's the
saw
best-
him in the
he's
Office, I was
best
like,
character in the Office. This guy.
Nah, The Rocker was out after The Office.
Okay,
Yeah, I believe so.
I'm happy to be wrong.
Yeah, I'm happy to be wrong too.
It's not important either way.
No,
Judging by my facts, I'm definitely wrong. His best movie is Juno, 81.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was always going to happen.
Yep.
good film.
Cliff Curtis, you are my Macopina.
For Cliff Curtis, can you just list all the nationalities he played?
Now,
Just list them.
American, New Zealand,
Yeah, Latino,
Arab, Latino,
Yeah.
everything.
Nondescript Middle Eastern man.
Yeah,
He is the perfect co-star, and everything he does,
Yeah.
he does it well. Apart from Collateral Damage, it's a bit iffy, but I loved it. Nobody gets hurt. Collateral Damage. I'll give you collateral damage. In Fear the Walking Dead, he was a shining light in that show.
Yeah.
He died.
That
show died for me.
Yeah, shit.
Just went, nah, if you're going to kill Cliff,
didn't it?
if you're going to kill this manly man.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go through his movies because they are incredible.
The Incredibles?
Yeah, that's it.
Was he in The Incredibles?
No. That's it. So, Sunshine, Die Hard 4, Collateral Damage, Runaway Jury, Training Day, Blow, Three Kings, Once Were Warriors.
That's the 3 different nationalities there. Yeah. So Training Day is Latin, and then what did you say after that?
Yeah. Once Were Warriors is...
Blow. Yeah. He's South American.
Colombian or something.
Yeah.
And then Once Were Warriors, New Zealand.
Yeah, and also Three Kings. Did you say Three Kings?
Three Kings.
Isn't he Arab in that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
That's range.
And then Dr. Sleep, Hobson Shaw, where he's Islander in Hobson Shaw. Deep Rising, one of the best movies known to man.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Loves it.
It was really good. That's a fucking much better career than I actually... Yeah.
It's huge, man. And
very consistent.
That's only a half of them.
Yeah.
It's the ones I found entertaining.
Hey, shout out to that guy. Yeah.
Did you guys know? I thought Whale Rider, which is also in, would be his top. But that's 80. Three Kings is 82.
That's a great flick from memory. Yeah, that's
82.
I watched it for a long time.
I didn't
George
think
Clooney's-
the critic... Ice Cube.
Ice
The
Cube.
steak's out there this big?
Is that from that movie?
Nah, that's from my other favourite.
Yeah, no, I remember. I don't think it's a necessarily mega rewatchable, but I did enjoy
Three
it.
Kings?
Yeah, I've seen it a few
I
times.
don't know whether it would be or not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch
I
it
definitely
again,
watched
I
a few times back in the day,
Yeah,
not for a
same.
long
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
George Clooney.
Might hold up okay.
Grab it out of the attic. Give it a go.
And that's...
They're stealing
that's
gold or something, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Once Three Kings has stealed some gold. Hoorah. That's Die Hard 4.
Fucking real semi-musical episode.
Yeah, Ruby Rose did John Wick 3 and 2 and above. I just want to ask you guys, because this movie's about a shark. And there's some... you think a shark movie, there's a few of them. No, there's not. There's actually quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, have you got a top 3 or a top 5 shark movie?
I do love a shark movie. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I like a particular... I'll take it.
Go.
Because I like a particular type of shark movie.
Righto.
There's 2 shark movie genres, right?
Yep.
One of the genres I fucking hate, and that's the Sharknado, 3-headed shark, all those sorts of ones. What is it? Giant shark versus killer squid or whatever.
One of the best movies I've ever seen, the Sharktopus.
Sharktopus, yeah. Or, is that what you said?
Did you say Sharktopus?
Is that what the movie's called?
Sharktopus.
Yeah, Sharktopus.
You say it differently.
Stop saying it. What's the safe word? What's
all
the safe
of those
word?
ones. Pineapples. They're just not for me, which would probably surprise some people, you guys maybe, and listeners perhaps. But I just can't do it. I don't get it. I'm not even mildly entertained by them. I just can't stand them. And I haven't even watched. I've tried Sharknado. I was like, this is not. I don't get it. So if you cross all those ones off the list, you're actually not left with that many shark movies, like proper shark movies. So Jaws, obviously, and throw them all in there. I'm actually a Jaws Revenge fan as well, which no one else is.
But that's a pile of shit, and I love it as well.
Yeah, I think it's good, man. It's got
Michael Caine.
Yeah, it's got a couple of good scenes that you go, it's still a good movie. Yeah,
the sharks in the
so Jaws, obviously, Deep Blue Sea.
Oh yeah.
If you take Jaws out of it, because they're obviously just the best.
Yeah.
Then Deep Blue Sea is easily my favorite.
They introduce you to the real Thomas Jane.
Yeah, I fucking love Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah, me too.
51.
And the other one that I really liked, which was a surprise packet when it came out, was The Reef.
You son of a bitch! I don't think anyone else has seen that.
No, I love it.
It's the Australian movie.
Yeah. The guy from Blue Heelers.
I've got the backstory. I won't bring it up.
Yeah, please do. I don't know the backstory. I know it's loosely based, isn't it?
It's based on a true story about 4 fishermen that were lost at sea.
Yep.
And for 3 days, is it? 3 days, 2 nights or something?
Yeah.
There was a tiger shark just circling.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not a great white like it is in the reef.
Yeah.
It's a tiger shark. And every night, he took one of them.
Fuck.
Till one guy survived.
And
that to me is the most terrifying thing I can believe. Like that is
for real.
That is true terror.
It's really well done, that movie.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's horrifying.
Not many people
it's
have
tense.
seen it.
Yeah.
It's
a good one.
It's my number one.
They did a lot with a very small amount of money in that movie.
You know what it is? It's real footage. They use real footage of great white sharks.
Yeah,
looking
it is
tremendously scary.
Yeah.
And then just use the CGI of when they get taken.
Yeah.
It's not gory. It's just it's chilling.
It's horrifying. Yeah.
The premise is scaring the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
So that's probably
that's why you don't boat in the open water.
The other one, there was two others I want to shout out, which was Bait and Great White. They're two other Australian ones. Bait's really fun. It's like a flood, and all these people are in a grocery store.
Oh yeah.
It's an Aussie
man.
Yeah, so that's actually not bad.
I've got it on Blu-ray. I know.
And then Great White was the one from last year. Which was that's a bit more Jawsy, but it's
surprise. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
I got to meet the director of that through work,
right?
And he was just the best dude, and he had all the time in the world for me. We ended up
if only you had a pod then.
We spoke about creature movies for a lengthy amount of time. It was just great. So I had to include that one for
shout out
nothing else.
Good shout out that guy.
Yeah, I can't remember his name now, but he's excellent.
Huh.
So yeah, that was
He's
it.
Forgotten you as well for what it's worth.
Yeah. And then I had a couple that they're not shark movies, but they have sharks in them.
Yeah,
so if I may,
I know one of them.
Into the Blue.
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew that was coming.
My favourite Wes Anderson movie, Life Aquatic, with Steve Zissou.
Yeah.
He's hunting the leopard shark.
Yeah.
And The Beach, which we did on this pod.
Yes.
Not a shark movie, but sharks. Yeah.
Pivotal sharks pivotal to the plot.
Yeah. So that's
even
what
though
I
you don't see the attack.
There's pretty much a great amount of crossover in our lists.
Yeah.
I'm not a massive shark movie guy, it turns out.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I don't dislike them, but I had to rack my brain to come up with a few.
Yeah.
Jaws, because obviously.
Yeah.
I also like, apart from the way it's sculpted as a film and it's great, and the big thing about Jaws was obviously you don't see the shark for however long in the movie. Like that's the you don't actually get a look at Jaws. I think it's budgetary reasons. But you don't. It works as a
when they
as
got
a
Jaws,
device.
it's really hard as well.
Yeah. And I did the Jaws ride at the LA studio thing.
Yeah. It's a real highlight.
I'm going to propose when Jaws jumps out of the water. What movie is that one? Deep Blue Sea. Of course, the scene where Samuel L. Jackson gets taken is fucking iconic.
So good.
Such a motivator. It's like, these guys are going to survive with that guy chomp.
Yeah. Just the first time you see that, if that doesn't shake you, there's something wrong with you. Into the Blue, good action thriller with some lovely scenery.
Yep.
And one that I did shout out, I've only ever watched it once, it was a long time ago, but it was affecting when I watched it, was Open Water.
Yeah, I got that as well.
Yeah. I think it was the realism by the way it was filmed. I knew about how it had been filmed before I watched it.
Yeah.
And they had a couple of, I think they were first-time actors or whatever, and they just chucked them in the water. So Jaws gave a whole generation something new to be anxious about with the water, right? Because no one gave a fuck about sharks till Jaws came out, and then all of a sudden we're all worried about it. To me, Open Water was the new twist on those anxieties. The idea of diving.
It's not safe scuba-ing.
Yeah, and then surfacing and like being...
The boat's gone.
What's underneath me?
Yeah, that scared just the premise of being left there is scarier to me. I'd be like, I'm going to have to eat this woman. I'm shouting that one out because it was also it was a relatively fresh concept at the time, if I remember correctly as well.
Yeah, it's pretty old, right?
20
years old
at least. Yeah.
So same with my list, a lot of crossover. I had Open Water, I had Deep Blue Sea, I had The Reef, which I implore people to watch The Reef.
Yeah, it's so good.
Support Aussie cinema, people.
I also had, because I'm a big Nick Cage guy.
Oh no.
I had USS Indianapolis.
Yeah.
If people don't know that boat, watch Jaws and listen to the story he tells. It's about the 400 men or whatever went into the water.
400 men went in the water.
300 came out. So I had that because it's actually enjoyable to watch as long as you take the fact that it's a Nick Cage movie. It's not a silly shark movie. It takes itself.
It takes itself seriously. Yeah, I didn't.
Just because it takes itself seriously doesn't mean you have to.
Oh, you don't have to at all.
Yeah,
I also had, which I thought was very, really, really good, The Shallows with Blake Lively.
Not for me.
Why not?
Because she's on a rock for 4 hours and decides to eat a raw bird.
Yeah.
Like, just go, fuck me. Like,
man, I'm eating a raw bird in like 2 hours.
That wasn't in the script. That she just did that.
No, I just didn't like it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I like Blake Lively too.
It looked pretty, and not as in Blake Lively. She's
a very attractive woman.
Very attractive woman. But like, it was shot really well, and everything kind of looked like it should be good. Fuck, it just annoyed me.
Didn't know she ate a raw bird.
Yeah, doesn't she?
Kenzo, this is a really good movie. What the fuck is she doing eating that bird?
Am I remembering it incorrectly?
I'm sure she eats a bird. She eats like a
crab. Is it a crab?
Oh.
Yeah. But she's been on the rock for fucking 2 hours. She's like cracking crabs open like for sustenance. It's like you could last fucking
a day and a half.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad I watched the bird. Honestly.
Oh. Would have been better if she
I remember
starved on that rock and there was no shark.
I remember as a seagull that she killed.
When she ate a fucking.
That's what I thought.
That's how bird flu started.
Crab's not as bad.
And I'm actually allergic to shellfish, so I'd be fucked.
Yeah. So that's our shark movies. Have you guys got any interesting facts? I know I should have them, but I've pretty much said them all. I'll just talk to you about the Steve Alton.
Yeah.
Books a bit more. So total series is 7.
Wow, they dragged this out for 7 books.
Ken was talking about Meg 2. No, there's 2 Megs in the actual movie in the book as well.
Yeah.
So 2 Escape. And like I said, Chronosaurus is a good book if you like creature books.
It's a niche market.
Yeah. So do you guys want to guess the kill count on this?
18.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's not that many, is it?
Nah, it's not as many as you want.
I'll say 25.
20.
Okay.
Hey, split the difference. Yeah.
I want 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was expecting.
You got a 70-foot shark. How big's its stomach?
One
it's
swallow
got a
at that
40-foot
beach.
stomach.
Yeah. One swallow at that beach.
Yeah.
It's up to 80.
Yeah.
2 swallows, it's 160. I'm in the ballpark.
Kill more. Put an MA rating on it and kill more.
Like I said, Jason Statham made $13 million. Rain made $4.50.
Seems low, but
so I said a lot of the things about the Jaws reference. It's a massive Jaws reference because it's a hey, let's do it for no reason. Maybe one of the brothers went, let's put Jaws reference.
I don't know why.
It's like, be your own thing.
They weren't close enough to be a homage.
Be your own
no.
Just a little bit of a
if it was in the same vein as Jaws, a masterpiece, then pay homage here and there. But
So Meg 2 is happening.
Yep,
with a different, I reckon about the same budget. The only difference
this
time, Statham is definitely in it.
Yeah,
and he's got creative control.
Okay,
Steve Alton has come out and said, "I want it a bit darker." Listen, you've made your money. Let's do what I want to do now. Yeah?
Nice. Okay.
So Jason Statham's got creative control. Steve Alton is a bit more involved in this one.
And the studio said, "Hey, Steve, we already bought the rights, motherfucker. Go back to your cave." And
they bought Meg 1. They didn't buy Meg 2.
Back to your cave. Right. No, your 8th book.
Yeah. So I reckon this one, they're going to release it as a bit of a MA movie. I reckon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd be interested in that.
That's more my thing.
Yeah. I'll probably never watch this one again.
Yeah.
I had my fun. I'm out.
That's all.
It was a one-night stand for me.
It's a 2-hour movie in a cinema.
Yeah. It was pretty long. It was at least 25 minutes too long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, take out the fucking stupid romantic subplot and the creepy shit with the 8-year-old girl trying to hook up her mum. Weird.
Hey, crazy. She likes you too.
Hey, crazy. Yeah, and then she does the eyes thing, and then he does her at the end. It's supposed to be them bonding, and I'm just like, oh, gross.
Yeah, as Stephen had her when he was in a towel.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
You're naked. No, he's wearing a fucking towel.
He's not. Yeah.
Why is that weird? She made it weird.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. He goes, that's how it works.
It's just a guy in a towel.
Yeah, with an 8-pack.
Oh, packs on packs on packs.
Yeah. He ripped.
So I guess we're up to the end. Summary.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Go for it.
Yeah. I think I've made my thoughts pretty clear. I quite enjoyed it. It went past fast enough, although again, the parts at the end when I was thinking about it, I was like, we could have chopped it down a tiny bit, but it knew what it was. It went for it. It fully fucking went for it. I didn't mind it. I was entertained enough. And I bought the premise. If I didn't buy the initial premise,
you're done.
I'm out at the beginning.
Yeah.
So they got me with their scientific stuff, and I didn't know it was based on a book, so that makes a lot of sense. And if it wasn't based on a book, if it just been written by the 3 idiots, then it might have been a problem. But I'm in on Statham too. As I said, for some reason, his lack of acting ability whatsoever has been no impediment to him having a fucking great career.
Yeah.
He plays himself in every movie. He just does a bit of an eye thing and a couple of witty, dry remarks, and he's got me.
He's got a very unique voice.
Yeah.
Like when he does that gruffness.
It's just so heroic too. It's just fucking so heroic. Like honestly, whips on a wetsuit. Like that's honestly fucking Spider-Man to be proud. And he's in the water, like, and you're spying it. You're like,
and he's 60 meters out. As soon
yeah,
as he jumps in,
and that's when they're like, don't paddle. But anyway,
should we do that again?
Yeah.
Should we go over that again?
It's very annoying.
Sea-Doo.
Pretty amusing.
Just get a fucking Sea-Doo. Like
one of those like underwater.
Yeah.
Well, halfway while he's using it, goes, don't use the Sea-Doo. It vibrates.
They're
But he's not
attracted to
paddling.
Sea don't.
So no, I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I probably had any right to.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, I'm gonna redeem it by the minus of margins. I'm gonna give it 51.
Yeah, that's okay. That's a redeem, baby. I'm happy with it. I'll take that.
Yeah, and it's spot on with the. Well, didn't you say the user score was 52 or something?
Yeah,
at the start of the pod?
The people were
56,
actually right for once.
So you're roundabouts there. It's in my wheelhouse. This, like, you know, these sorts of films that I'm all about. Sign me up. As I said before, Mariana Trench, Underwater Station, Giant Shark. Fucking yes, please give it all to me. But pick a fucking lane.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go through it again. Where you said in your little review there that this film knows what it is. And I can't agree with you there.
Yeah.
I think it's so fucking confused about what it is.
You're right. I've changed my mind.
Yeah, and I don't want to...
Don't you dare, Kat.
I don't want to harp on about that again.
No.
Because I've already covered all that off. But that's my fundamental problem with the whole movie.
I can say that.
Is that the jokes don't land, so it's not tongue-in-cheek for me. And then because you're tempting that, you're not taking yourself seriously, so I can't actually, like, invest myself into it because it's not taking itself seriously. So why should I take it seriously?
Yeah.
And I know it's not meant to be taken seriously, but then some of it is.
Yeah.
And it's just this fucking. It's really a muddled mess.
You
like
make,
the whole
you
way
make
through.
great points.
Yeah.
I said
and
it was
like,
a mess.
It's and in saying all that, it's like, oh, fuck. I didn't have a bad time watching it.
Yeah,
though.
same.
Yeah. Like I watched it the first time and then watched it again on the weekend. I was like, fuck, it's annoying the fuck out of me. But like, it's a big shark and it's kind of cool at some bits.
Sometimes it's bigger than others.
Yeah. Sometimes the scale's off. But yeah, I can't.
Jesus Christ!
I can't redeem it.
Taking a kidney. What?
No, I can't. I can't because that just bothered me so much.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, just that muddle that they got. That's kind of in between thing. So it hasn't missed by a lot. Basically, what the critics, I'm going with them. I'm going with a 45. In saying that, though, do you want to go see Meg 2 on opening day?
140%.
Like, I will. I fucking will because
got my number?
I like it.
Yeah.
Particularly after what you just told me. If it's going to be
you make a dark movie for Duff, and I'm all in.
Pick a fucking lane, and I'm all with you.
Yeah.
Don't go crazy Sharknado, but you can do Lake Placid. Lake Placid's an all-time classic, and that did it just beautifully.
Give me an actor that's done something similar. Give me an actor who knows excitement, how to produce excitement. Not an actor, a director.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Give me a director that's done something that entices excitement.
Yeah.
It was lacking in a bit of vision from the director.
Or a director that's one or the other.
Yeah.
So give me the director of Deep Blue Sea or give me the director of Lake Placid.
I don't want to mix
Don't
between
give me the guy in the middle.
While You Were Sleeping and Cool Runnings.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't want to mix.
No. Yeah,
So
I'm
Zack
with you,
Snyder.
Yeah.
I'd watch it. Give me Zack Snyder's version. Give me the Zack Snyder cut of Meg.
For me, I chose a movie, so obviously I'm going to like it. But in saying that, I found a lot of things wrong with it.
Yeah.
A lot of things wrong with it, and I just didn't care.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Maybe it's a bit nostalgic for me. Like, fuck, it's a big fucking shark. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm in. You've already got 50.
Yeah.
like, oh, there's a shark. And another shark ate another shark.
Yeah, a bigger shark.
You're at 51 for me.
Yeah.
I'm at your score already. I've bypassed your score, and all I've seen is one scene.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
So
I get it.
And then the silliness happens. I'll never get over that bit with the wench and the... I'll never get over that bit. But for me, it's a massive shit show, but I found it so funny. I just, and for me, film, I'm all about enjoying it. So if I enjoy it, hey, you just got another 5 points.
Yeah.
So I'm at 56.
Yeah.
So wowie. Chuck me Jason Statham diving nonstop and being a heroic son of a bitch.
98.
And I'm at 79.
Yeah.
The shark at the end doesn't eat all those motherfuckers.
Yeah. Wasted opportunity.
And I like the end battle scene. The sharks at the end, like you said, it's a beautiful shot. beautiful.
Yeah.
But it fucking irked me that no one took a bite out of Jason.
Yeah.
I just want a bite, just a toe. Give me a toe.
A nibble.
Give me a nibble. So for me, it was entertaining. It was a fucking shit show. It's only going to be for a certain amount of people.
Yeah. Well,
most people,
500 million.
Yeah, most people aren't going to like it.
Yeah.
But for me, I did like it, and I gave it a 64.
Right.
Yep. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about where it is.
That's all I can do.
If we combine those three scores, we're at around 50-ish.
Yeah.
And that's about where it needs to be.
We're in agreement with the people.
Consider it redeemed.
Yeah, okay.
Do the average. Someone do the average on that.
Democracy.
You're up. All right, that was cool. Let me load up the song here for the next segment.
Ain't no sunshine without a pod. Doom, doom, doom. Send us stuff about movies, movie stuff. Send it to the boys, BJ Kenny, and the delightful friend Duff. Send an email to the pod.
Thank you. That was good.
That was horrendous, man. I had no fucking idea what I was doing.
Off the dome.
Dome.
Incredible.
You got into it as it went further along. It was
but then I got diarrhea halfway through. Unfortunately, the shit came out of my mouth.
Well, I have got emails, despite the intro song.
Ken, I'm going to stop you there, mate. I fucking love getting emails.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, whoever this is.
It's a highlight.
Yeah.
I have notifications turned off on my phone. Like I just turn them the fuck off. I don't want to know. But this email address,
Mr. Popular over here.
Just this one.
I just want someone to ring just once. Just once.
I've got
scammers ring me and I just want to talk.
I've got notifications on for this Gmail account.
Yep.
Yeah. So I get the little, wicked, we're on.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's been going off. So this one is entitled Kenny's Massive Mailbag. And it's from a Neil Lang.
Hey, Neil.
Neil, friend of the pod.
Neil says, hey, fellas, long-time dead hoper, first-time emailer.
Yeah.
Was wondering if there was ever a time that a trailer sucked you into watching something that ended up being so far removed from what you thought it was. Keep up the fantastic work. Your friend of the pod, Neil. I actually replied to Neil and I asked him specifically, I didn't even say thanks for emailing or anything. I just said, what's your point, Neil? What movie are you talking about? No. So I just popped the question to him. I said, what's the movie?
Yep.
And he wrote back, Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Expecting action-packed origin story of Anakin and got a dry space political drama. And he's spot on there.
Yeah.
Again, Neil nails it. Like, So yeah,
really good.
He knows what's up.
What do you guys got? You guys got a trailer that sucked you in, and then it's like,
as
this
usual,
what I signed up for.
As usual, I've got a couple with some categories.
Yeah.
Give us a cat, bro.
I've got good movies that had misleading trailers. So they turned out to be good films, but not anything like I was expecting.
Yep.
Drive. Have you guys seen the trailer to Drive?
Yeah. Makes it look like
it's a fast-paced. Yeah, it's a great film.
Yeah.
Not fast-paced action film.
No.
Yeah.
This one may or may not upset you guys, but have you guys actually watched the trailer for The Grey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes it once again look like he's fighting wolves.
Yeah.
I remember the trailer.
Just tread carefully around this.
Yeah, no, fucking one of the best movies ever. I won't disagree with you there.
This is what you mean by a surprise.
Yeah.
Because you probably watch it going, it's a fucking guy fighting wolves. Yeah, it's Liam Neeson. Sure, I'll watch it. And then you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah. Neither of these films were what I expected, but I enjoyed both of them immensely.
Yep.
The Grey, the trailer.
A 6-hour pod on The Grey.
I watched both of these trailers. Actually, I watched a few trailers today, working from
I did
home.
the same thing.
Sorry,
I watched a few trailers because I was like, fuck, I remember this one doing it. Yeah.
Because I don't watch that many trailers these days either, to be honest.
You got to avoid it.
Yeah.
Watch the first 30 seconds.
Yeah.
See if you like the tone and the actors, and then get the fuck out.
Yep.
Because
I don't want
otherwise
spoilers.
you know the whole movie. Yeah.
I never watched Coming Up Next Week on Survivor either, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Previously on.
Previously is fine. I need my memory refreshed. But yeah, so the Grey one, they focused way too much on the final scene.
Yep.
There was a lot of the final scene. The worst trailers are the ones where all the funniest bits are in the trailer. And this movie got mentioned by Duff last week, actually. A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Yeah. Everything happens in the trailer.
Yeah. Showed all the best scenes, and with that cast, like they were just showing, it looked like they were just dropping name after name after name. It looked like it was going to be incredible. It was not.
Yeah. There was 12 jokes in it, and those 12 jokes you'd seen.
Yeah.
They're all.
Close call.
The Night Before.
Seth Rogen?
Yeah, Seth Rogen and
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
They showed there's one good scene in that, in my opinion. One really good scene is when
let me guess.
playing the piano.
They take drugs?
Yeah. The cocaine.
It's a Seth Rogen movie.
The cocaine and shrooms.
What about the Kanye West on the piano?
It was that bit was okay.
It's good for Duff.
But yeah, the cocaine and shrooms in the back of the mushroom was...
I'm not a big Christmas movie guy, so I've actually watched that quite a few times because it's one of the only Christmas movies I'll watch. Yeah.
God, you hate joy.
Yeah. No, I really do.
And then I just fucking want to be a downer. There's a couple that I just thought were going to be better based on the trailer as well. The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Right? The trailer, like, it couldn't have possibly foretold what snooze fest that fucking...
I've only ever seen the first one.
I've never made it through it. Like,
I'll never watch the
shit
others.
house, but I was like, looked like a romp. I was like, sweet. Yeah, it's just like, looked like an adventure movie. I was like, yeah, okay. And I mentioned this movie myself last week. Yeah. Sucker Punch.
Oh, yeah.
Looked like it was going to be like game-changing visually, etc., etc.
Was that Snyder? I think that was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It's a terrible movie.
Yeah, it's just not. It looked like it was going to be a revelation, and it wasn't. And Ken mentioned this as one of his pet peeves last week. Is the movies that fall into the category of appealing to our sentimentality when we're attached to IP.
Yep.
And then, so some of the more recent Terminator and Predator movies fall into this category. Yeah. They show you the really good bits, and you're like, fuck, it's the Predator. Fuck, it's the Terminator. I'm in. Yeah. And they both turn out to be the mildly entertaining or straight trash.
Yeah, I'd say the Terminator Dark Fate, I actually really like that, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing on the other Terminators. Yeah.
But even Salvation, I quite like Salvation, but even
Salvation,
that was like, look, it wasn't as action-packed as it looked like it was going to be.
Let's try something different. Start a new franchise. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
Fortunately for them.
Yep.
What do you got, Duff?
For me, it is if I'm excited to watch a movie, I do have my finger on the pulse a lot. I know what's coming up. If I'm excited for a movie, I won't watch the trailer. I've got no interest in it. Like a Spider-Man or something like that comes out, I'm watching that fucking trailer and getting all excited.
Yeah, right.
They're not going to spoil a movie. Marvel's actually very clever in their marketing.
Yeah.
They will give you a movie that's not actually the movie. Like Avengers, most of the scenes in the Avengers didn't actually happen.
Oh.
When I watched the first Infinity War.
It's kind of false advertising, but I get it.
Well, you don't want to ruin the surprise.
Yeah.
You don't want the fanboys going, oh, no, he's in it, so now I'm really excited. Let's give them the experience in the cinema. So Marvel does that really well.
Okay.
Spider-Man nailed the shit out of it. Right. They nailed it heaps. Doctor Strange is doing it again. It's going to nail the shit, I guarantee.
Yeah.
So for me, those trailers are done well. What I don't like, and there's only one movie I can think of.
Yeah.
Picture this. I'm a young, in my 20s boy who loves fucking Steven Seagal. And I think I've mentioned this before. I'm a big Steven Seagal. I will sit there, drink, and
I think we all were.
Laugh at him, breaking arms and snapping necks, and just with the.
This is doing in the Russian war at the moment.
Yeah. Did you say that article as well?
It's been crazy. I was talking. So for me, the only trailer that's ever disappointed me was Executive Decision.
Oh, yeah.
And I went, a fucking Steve Seagal vehicle.
Yeah.
That fucking pony-held motherfucker falls out of the plane in 10 minutes.
Yeah. I think we spoke about that before.
Yeah, that's one of the categories of movies.
So for me, trailers that say, and Steven Seagal and another
Gotta
person.
Be careful of that.
Once bitten.
I'm like, oh, God, that and shits me.
Yeah.
So for me, it's trailers, and it's also a little bit of marketing with it's a Steven Seagal vehicle.
Yeah.
But, hey, it gave us Kurt Russell. God bless. And John Leguizamo.
It's funny what I've got because it's the same director as Drive, and I remember the Drive one as well. It's that Nicholas Winding Refn, I think his name. I don't know how to say it, but it's that's his name, and he does movies similar to Drive. So it was Only God Forgives, which was the one that came out after Drive. It was about 2 years later.
Yeah.
And like the trailer, if you remember the trailer for that, it's immense.
I don't remember the trailer.
It's Ryan Gosling. It's like flashing neon lights, and he's like this Muay Thai fighter, and this is going to be the sickest film I've ever seen. It's going to be like Drive, but he's on like this revenge mission, and he's a Muay Thai fighter in Thailand. Fucking put it in my veins, man.
Yeah.
And then you watch the movie, and it's like this tripped out, absurdist, like no dialogue. It's weird as fuck. Yeah. And to be fair, I didn't hate it.
I did.
But it's like the complete opposite of what they sold it to me as, which is weird. Like, why? It's literally false advertising.
Yeah.
It really is. Like, you're just telling me it's this, and it's not that at all. Like, I feel like the director would be pissed.
I was about to say, it's interesting. I've only just occurred to me now.
Do directors have input, or is it the production
Probably
company?
not.
No, I don't think they would.
I don't think they would.
Yeah, I'd say that's part of the marketing arm takes over there. And that would be, when I direct my first feature film, I am, as of right now, my guys are going to demand that I have some creative control over the trailer because it sounds like they get gypped.
Yeah, they can make your movie look however they think it's going to sell the best.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's the wrong audience.
Yeah.
They're not going to, like, Only God Forgives.
Not a comedy.
The audience that's watching that based on the trailer is not the audience you want for that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like Neil said, like Phantom Menace, it's going to be Anakin, how he got there. How he became, and you just got a fucking kid racing around a fucking idiot.
Yeah, it was
So that was a big one for me. And the other one I had was The Tax Collector. The Shia LaBeouf.
Man, it was such a good trailer.
Fuck, that trailer dragged me in, man. I must have watched the trailer 3 times.
There's bullets, it's tattoos, there's black clothing.
He's got cauliflower ears.
And then it was just a train wreck. Yeah. It's just one of the worst films ever made.
Oh, wow.
No, it really is. Okay. Like, it's a fucking disaster. So yeah, that was a couple that I thought off the top of my head. I'm sure there's heaps over the years. Yeah. After Earth, I think, was up there.
Oh, man.
Spring Breakers was a bit weird. I liked that, but I was like, I thought this was like a college lampoon type movie.
Send your suggestions into the social media, and you can,
please do.
Do you want to mention what we're doing in the next few weeks? You guys are a lot more articulate than me.
Yeah, go, BJ. What do you got?
We want listener's choice times listener's choice. So we did listener's choice before, and we selected the movies. We put them up for vote, and the listeners, being the people listening, that's how that works.
The dead hopers out there.
Yeah, all the dead hopers then voted. We enjoyed it, but we don't want any control this time whatsoever.
Well, no, we definitely do, but we're going to relinquish it.
Yeah, no.
I'd love to have control.
Yeah. So we want control, but we're willing to give it up because we trust you guys. Don't fuck it.
Yeah.
So send in your suggestion for a movie.
I'm nervous of a prank.
Yeah. Bring on the prank, whatever. And we will post.
We want to be doing travelling yah pants with the sisterhood or whatever the fuck it is.
Might be doing one of your vintage porns.
So, send in your suggestion for a movie, and we will post a list of those movies on social media. We'll compile a list, and then all the other dead hopers get to vote as well.
Yeah.
And we will submit ourselves to your will.
Yeah.
And we will talk about whichever movie wins the vote.
Yep.
And I'll make you this one promise. I will not host it.
We get 28 votes tomorrow.
Emails
also,
going
you
fucking
get to vote
nuts.
on who hosts as well. Yeah. So
that's not bad, actually.
Yeah, that'll be for our 20th episode extravaganza, which is coming up soon. So, for the 20th episode, we're going to hand it over to you guys.
Get them coming in now.
How do you find us?
We've got to prep for this.
How do you find us?
What do you mean?
On social media?
Google Maps. I'll give you my address.
What do we got? Instagram,
Facebook,
Twitter,
and
Facebook.
The email account, though.
redeemablespod@gmail.com.
Yeah, that's
That's
send
the
it to
preferred.
us. Yep. Send it to us either in an email or a direct message. I believe the children call it. The kids
slide into
our DMs. Yeah, it'll be the first time I haven't got notifications turned on. I don't know.
Don't do it, man.
Yeah. I don't mind.
Trap.
I don't mind. Send us some vintage porn. And then
speaking, you got more?
Yeah, no, just send us something, please.
Okay, please.
Yeah.
What's next week, Ben?
Is it my turn to announce it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I doing that meow?
Yeah.
Like right meow?
Right meow.
Oh,
Super Troopers.
You got me.
Oh God!
Really?
Yeah, Super Troopers.
No, we're going back to comedy. We're going to do it.
Yeah, we're going Super Troopers.
Okay. Right meow.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
So Super Troopers next week. Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourself in.
Yeah. All right. That's good.
Jesus.
Something fun to watch.
Yeah. Enjoy.
God damn, what a rush.
That was the Redeemables.
So bye.
Jason, I think the Meg gives the audience all they want and more.
You know, well, I'm glad you said that. Sometimes you make these movies and you wonder, do they want more? Do they want to be scared more? Is it too this? Is it too that? And I think you never know how things are going to land. And I think John just wanted to say, look, I'm going to make a fun shark movie that's like the ultimate popcorn movie. A bit of fun that doesn't take itself too seriously. Lots of laughs, lots of scares, and all the rest comes with it. So